Hi, and welcome to B.A.P, the biased anime podcast with your host Skylar.
Hello.
And myself, Jaka. Hello. Today we're going to be talking about anime and our head-to-head section with would you say a rug pull of a topic this week?
Well, I mean, we kind of went into it thinking that we would do slice of life, but they're not really. So we're calling it a slice of life rug pull, where we expected it to be a slice of life, but then there's a lot more that happens.
Somebody couldn't choose a topic.
I used the wheel.
The wheel. I know we talked about it on our last show about the wheel, but do you want to quickly go over how you came up with the idea of the wheel?
Literally just couldn't make a decision, so I just put everything that we were thinking about doing from our episode pitch lists and just threw it on the list. And you added a couple, and the wheel landed on each of your suggestions.
And you yelled at me like it was my fault. I can't blame for this. You actually forced me to put them on. I was like, just choose the ones you've got, and then got mad at me.
The wheel chose yours every single time. I was like, you know what? Screw it.
Laziness breeds innovation. It's that classic.
Yes.
Was it the Apple motto? Was it Steve Jobs?
It's just hire lazy programmers.
Yeah, that doesn't always work out how he hoped.
Well, arguable. I guess I don't know. What are we doing?
What are we doing? I'm sure that's what the Game Club guys are saying. What are we doing? We're going to start off with just talking about some animes you want to talk about. As in what we're actually watching at the moment. Skylar, what have you been watching?
Well, I've heard good things about Fire Force, and I know that season 3 just came out, so I wanted to get into it. Started off with Fire Force season 1. I'm only a couple episodes in, but I'm really intrigued by the premise, and honestly, the visuals are so pretty. And I'm not biased at all because I got a new TV, but I'm really enjoying it.
There's actually something I wanted to bring up as well. Would you say your watching experience on the new TV, which is
Oh, it's an OLED, so I got a Sony Bravia 8, so it's oh my god, it's so pretty. The inky blacks, I swear, it just makes the viewing experience so much better. I'm a little biased.
Now, do you think if we watched old anime that we had watched before that we said wasn't very good, on your new TV may change our will graphics change plot?
No, because it's still like you get like the side mouth animation, and that doesn't it.
There's no graphics alone.
No, it's also the animation budget.
So you've been getting into technology, as in watching like home theater style lately. You've been improving your speakers, your TV. The only thing you need to really do now is the couch.
Oh, you don't like my couch?
I just think it could be better. I think if you're going to improve everything, go crazy. Get a level one with the lazy boy like lift out bits and the inbuilt like vibration pads, and charge people to sit on it like a theater.
Oh my god. You know, I got a hot take for you. I don't like a leather couch. I don't like leather as a seating material. I know it's easier to clean, but like
it's fine.
I don't like the texture.
Is it because when you sit down with that t-shirt on, though, you stick to it? That old slide.
I live in a very humid environment, and I don't like sticking to the things I sit on.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, in England, we just use anything to keep ourselves warm. We actually climb inside the couch, so we sit down.
That's weird. It's like that. It's Always Sunny with Danny DeVito.
I forgot about that. And anyway. It's back to anime. We've got a bit off topic there, so I just wanted to talk about your setup because you've been improving it steadily, going crazy with it. And I'm just wondering how Fire Force seemed on that telly with the sound. It must have been because it's a very visual like feast, and the sound design is very good as well with the flames and explosions.
Oh yeah, the flames and explosions are fun, but I honestly some of the visuals that I liked were. Like, so there was a scene where they were putting out a fire, like at the end of the episode, where it's dark outside. There's like lights shining on this building that they've just escaped, and they're putting out the fire, and it's at night, and you can see like a rainbow effect alongside it, but it's against a black background, and it's just this really subtle rainbow effect against a black background. I didn't expect it to look that good.
Oh, that's cool. I'll have to check that out when I'm over there. And
for sure.
I don't even know what my monitors are.
I might drag you into a Lord of the Rings.
Oh, not again.
Wait, not.
Every
done
year.
it over
Every
Discord.
year.
I have to do it every year. But now that I've got a 4K TV with good, like actually good graphics on it, like
It
I'm
would
so
be cool
excited
to
to watch
see
it
like
again.
Minas Tirith and the Charge of Rohirrim and stuff in that kind of environment, actually.
Oh yes. I started watching it the other day just to see what the visuals looked like, just to make sure like my Ultra HD like Blu-ray player and like the HDMI cable were all good. Because I made the mistake of comparing The Matrix, and I didn't realize that they kept film grain in it. I thought it was all just like digital noise, and that like somewhere in my connection setup was just bad. But no, it's just The Matrix. It was a stylistic choice to keep the film grain.
Again, the
But
fact that you tested The Matrix against another version of The Matrix instead of just checking another film.
well, I checked The Matrix again, like my copy of The Matrix versus a 4K like recording that was on like YouTube, just to make sure that it wasn't something in my setup. So I compared apples to apples, kind of thing. But anyway, what are you watching?
Well, I've been watching. I may be a guild receptionist, but I still want to clock out on time. It's not an isekai or anything like that. It's more just like OP character hidden, and then gets found out as the series goes on, kind of thing. You'd actually like it, kind of bit, because it's not like anyone, no one doesn't know that she's it. They're kind of figuring it out, and it's her trying to hide it. But the only reason she's doing it is so she doesn't have to do overtime. That's the only reason she like goes in and does these challenges, is because she's sick of people not being able to do the like actual challenge, and she's having to do paperwork, and she's just like when people ask her to do things and they figure it out, she like gives them like this, she's like goes to kill them instead because they found out she's like super powerful.
I mean, maintaining a work-life balance is important.
Oh yeah, you'd like it. You'd like it. Any other ones you've watched? Did you finish any, or are you still watching some? I know we've got a backlog.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, One Piece is on my backlog hunt.
1,200 something episodes to watch.
I've only got 1,000 to go. Then I've only just reached 204.
There's more every day. You every week you don't watch, another one is being added. By the way,
it's still going.
It'll be finished before you even get halfway.
Oh, probably. I have been watching Wisteria Wand and Sword. It's the serious version of Mashal. Non-magical guy goes to magical academy. Really fun though. It's got more. Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? It's got, I think, better fight scenes, because I mean Mashal is just a comedy, like straight up just a comedy. But this one's like a little bit more of a serious take, and I kind of like the direction that it's going.
Oh, okay, I'll have to check that. I know I watched the one episode with you.
Mm-hmm. Much more fantasy. Animation's really good too. I've really enjoyed that.
I've seen a few things with the TikToks. A lot of those kind of like I'm guessing it's that one. It's the blue head guy with the sword who's more of a knight than he is a magic user.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's so he's not a magic user himself, but he's just everybody else in the world is, and he has to work harder than everybody else. But as soon as he gets a sword in his hand, he can swing it so hard that people have compared it to lightning strikes. It's much more like fantasy. It's really cool.
Someone watched Mashal and was like, idea. Though as we watched Mashal, we were comparing it to like it's just Hogwarts with like weightlifting.
Well, I mean, they even had houses that they were competing against each other for points. It's just like crazy old headmaster. Like, yeah, no, 100%. Without all the cream puffs.
We've got to catch up on it, but the unaware Altia Meister, the workshop guy, we watched a couple episodes, didn't we? I think.
You know, I really love the overpowered main character trope where everybody gets to figure out how powerful he actually is. This is definitely one of those.
Yeah, it's
animation's not great at all, but it's still just a fun story.
It's very what would you say, shortcut animation? Like
yeah.
They don't show much, and if they do, it's kind of like that kind of almost Pokemon-y, like Jesse and James digging a hole very quickly kind of style animation, like Team Rocket. I'm going to call that Team Rocket animation. It's not bad. It's entertaining and to watch, and it just cuts.
It conveys a fun story.
Yeah, it cuts the BS of like OP graphics just for like a silly little scene. Although I have seen a lot of. I don't know if you've seen this on TikTok. I know I've seen a couple things. There's people like comparing animation from like 2013 and 2012, like old animations to new animations. Obviously skipping Solo Leveling and all the big ones, but like it's like the fight scenes are like that, just 2D characters moving across the screen, like yelling as stripes kind of go by, and it's no animation at all. It's just moving PNGs across the screen. And these are supposed to be big fight scenes and stuff, and then they show that Dragon Maid from a few years back, and it's like two of them are supposed to be play fighting, and it's the best graphics anyone's ever seen.
It's kind of quantity over quality right now, but honestly, I'm not mad at it because I've been enjoying all the stories we've been watching,
Yeah, I suppose,
even if it's really shitty.
don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
No.
We've been getting. The thing is, at what point is it too many? Because we're behind, and I'm sure
Never.
there's people out there who have tried to watch everything, and I feel sorry for them if they've tried because there's too many. Every show that's released is usually 12 episodes minimal.
Mhm.
And every week there seems to be a new one out. And after Failure Frame, we've just watched less and less.
Yeah, you've just been stuck watching Achievement Hunter replays.
Yeah. Sorry about that. We've been a little bit behind on the anime because I've been. I don't know why. I think it was because I heard Bernie Burns actually got the one of the original founders of Rooster Teeth recently acquired the company back. And that got me watching old Achievement Hunter and Rooster Teeth stuff on YouTube and stuff because it reminded me of when I was younger and the world didn't seem as scary.
Nostalgia trip.
Nostalgia. Oh God, is this a midlife crisis? Oh God, is this what it is?
No. You're fine.
Speaking of crises, though, Power World.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we could touch on that. Yeah, Power World got into legal trouble with Nintendo, and recently they've had to change the way their game works just to make sure they can still,
Yeah, so what I've heard,
be a company.
They've taken away the gliding, which I didn't think Nintendo had a patent on gliding. I'm guessing it's from like Zelda, not Pokemon. Maybe it's in Pokemon. I'm not sure, but how can you get a patent on gliding?
Well, it's gliding with the use of a PAL. So they've taken that away, and you have to use an actual glider. It might be something that's copywritten from one of the newer games on Switch. I haven't played any of them.
Maybe, but I'm pretty sure there's other games out there where you use an animal to glide. Like, I don't know, Drakengard, where you fly a fucking dragon. You glide with it. Like, you can't patent gliding.
Oh, yeah, Monster Hunter does that too,
Monster Hunter, you've got gliding now. I mean, they can't patent that, right? Can they? Nintendo's
certainly
got
tried.
Good lawyers. Now, the PAL ball they've taken out, instead of throwing a ball, they just come out like they just appear next to you. Which I guess kind of makes sense.
Well, can you still throw a ball to capture them?
I don't think so. I think that's what they're changing. They've only taken it out though for this lawsuit because they're saying if they do tell them they have to do it, they can say we've already done it. Which I don't know. I mean, doing that is if you were a lawyer, and would you go, well, that just shows that you knew what you'd done was wrong and you've done this. They could argue that case saying, well, you did it wrong because you already took it out of the game. So that might be a bad idea, what they've done, instead of keeping it in, saying we've done nothing wrong. But taking it out kind of shows, maybe will show the judge that, hey, why'd you take it out if you didn't think it was wrong?
Well, I think it's also like they're acting in good faith,
I 100% they're not acting in good faith. They know what they did. We all know what they did. There's no way they're winning this case. It's Nintendo.
It'll be fine.
As soon as Nintendo sues, it's what, I don't think is it 99% success rate in their lawsuits or something?
I don't know.
Yeah, Nintendo is like, you don't want to hear you getting sued by Nintendo. Like, it's like Disney. Like, they've got the money and they've got the lawyers.
Yeah.
Too bad Disney's not got the good IPs anymore. I would love to talk on Snow White, but we should do that on see if we can go on Cast of Music because it's been abysmal apparently.
Ooh, I've only heard some horror stories.
Apparently, we'll go on it real quick. We might cut this out, but the main actress from it went to the theater with her friend and recorded themselves watching it and like cheering when her name came up, and then people noticed that the entire theater was empty. And there's two things, like some people saying, "Oh, she bought the theater out to watch it," and everyone else is like, "No, no, she didn't."
Nobody's there. I think the release of from what I've heard, and I could be wrong, the release of this live action film has prompted Disney to stop making live action versions.
Thank God. Although annoyingly, Lilo and Stitch is coming.
Yeah. And
I know people are going to go see it because even though they've removed the funniest characters from it, the two aliens, Jumba and
Jumba.
Yeah, they've changed them into humans when they're on the planet. They're wearing cloaks.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The whole point of it was they were complete aliens wearing terrible disguises, and everyone who looked at them like they were freaks. Mm-hmm. Why would you? And they took out the white guy, tourist eating ice cream, and replaced it with a Hawaiian national. That wasn't the joke in the film. He was a tourist. The whole point was his holiday was being ruined. Oh, I hate. No, I'm not going to get into it. I'm going to calm down. Calm down.
I mean, you've already gotten into it.
I know. But I'm mad. I'm very mad.
You're making yourself angry. Do you want to move on in the show?
I was going to mention How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh god,
it annoyingly looks good.
So far, there's some people that have pointed out that some of the visual gags have just been ruined because of the way that the cameras are being used.
Oh yeah, because they don't know how to. I've seen one scene with when Toothless is carrying Astrid, and in the animation, it looks like she's dragging along and flying in the air, which you would look like, but in the film, it clearly just looks like she's hanging from a rig, and it just looks bad. And I was like, yeah, it's probably not going to be great, but I would like to see, Stoic. I forget the guy who plays it. The guy who's in 300.
Gerard Butler?
Yeah, he's actually playing it.
Oh, yeah, because he was the voice of Stoic. Yeah, that's right.
So I would like to see how, and I think Nick Frost might be in it
I think, wasn't it Conan O'Brien also voiced a character? Or no, Craig Ferguson voiced a character.
Conan O'Brien would be a fucking... What?
I just remembered it was a late night host.
That would be a thing. No, I mean, will I watch it? Yes. In a cinema, probably not. I mean, technically, it is animation, not anime, but we're talking animations that have been ruined by live action and soon to be by AI. Should we mention the Studio Ghibli AI lawsuit?
I mean, if you want.
I mean, AI companies are using Studio Ghibli's artwork to let people make their own horrendous pictures. Like I've seen some like horrendous world events in Studio Ghibli style, and now Studio Ghibli is suing apparently, or has talked about suing the AI companies that have done this because it's technically copyrighted material.
Beautiful. Love to see it.
Thing is, do you remember when everything had a telly that didn't need a telly, like your fridge, your washing machine, and all that? And it was pointless. No one used it. They couldn't sell them after a while. It was completely useless to everyone.
Oh yeah, AI's in everything now.
Yeah, why is AI in it? Why does my fucking washing machine need an AI?
I don't need an AI toaster.
Yeah, so Red Dwarf again, man. Would you like some toast? Shut up! But anyway, sorry, we went a bit of a tangent there. Have you anything you want to watch in the future? I know we've got a backlog we need to watch, but anything you have been like on top of that list, would you say?
Ooh, well, there's Windbreaker Season 2 I was looking forward to, and I know it's already started, so we need to get into that. Also need to catch up. I think Demon Slayer's got a couple of things out that I need to catch up on too. You don't have to watch. But it has been some of the best animation in a while that I've seen. It's really good.
I know it's considered one of the big ones, isn't it? It's considered one of the big ones. I just can't get into it. Those characters are just
It gets better.
I know they're children. They are children fighting demons, so I should give them some slack.
It gets better.
But you have to be so graying.
It gets better.
I bet you there's people listening to this podcast saying the exact same thing about me. And I will fight you.
How about you? What are you looking forward to?
Brilliant Healers, New Life in the Shadows. I've seen some stuff on this. OP healer gets kicked out of a party, goes to the slums, starts healing people.
There's several shows with this premise.
Yeah, I've noticed this is like the healer thing we're in at the moment. There's loads of healers who've been, or someone who's strong who the party doesn't think is strong and kicks them out, and then turns out they're the whole like glue of the party kind of thing. It's a trope, it's a standard one that's been put around.
Oh yeah, like your unaware Atelier Meister, I think, is
exact same plot.
Yeah, kicked out of the heroes party.
Yeah, it's a tried and tested, that people know that it sells or people will watch it, and
the latest,
it is a good storyline because there's a few other ones of, was it a Shield Hero? I don't know if it kicked off this, but it definitely brought it into the spotlight of like getting kicked out of a party and being like revenge. But most of these people don't even look for revenge. They're just like, see you later, bye, whatever.
And then just shining on their own. I will say though, I am interested, and I forgot that this was coming out soon. Kaiju number 8, season 2.
Oh yeah, definitely. And do you remember that cosplay one we watched with Slade from Driveway Studios?
Yes.
The girl who, I forget the name of it, which drives me mad, but that's getting a season 2, I believe, coming out.
I sent it to you, but I'd have to scroll through our chat so far. It's My Dress Up Darling.
My Dress Up Darling, yeah. So I definitely want to watch that and keep that going. That was an entertaining one, especially how it ended. I was like, ooh, where's it going to go?
Ooh. Yeah, the new trailer's got like that Pocky challenge. It's going to be so cute.
Ironically, TikTok, as much as people hate it, like especially they're trying to ban it in America apparently. But
What?
I think I've heard the company that made it. I forget the name of the actual company. They say it's Chinese, but it's not. It's
Are you talking
Singaporean.
Wait, you're talking about TikTok or
TikTok is apparently they're going to be canceling it in America soon. Like it's going to run out.
Oh yeah, because they're not able to sell. Yeah, Tencent's probably not going to end up selling it to Oracle. They were
they're just going to like say
talking
goodbye,
about it,
so you won't be able to get your anime your anime fix through TikTok soon in America. There's some good edits of anime lately I've seen on TikTok, which is very like it was like YouTube back when we were kids, like anime music videos, but now it's on TikTok. I love how it's still around. It's just evolved into the next platform.
Yeah, so everybody's always hyping on something.
Instagram Reels next, probably. All right, so that's all the anime that we've been watching lately. Sadly, not much. Honestly, we've just been doing more IRL stuff. I guess we do promise to watch more though. We've got so much to watch. We got a list.
We do.
To watch.
We've got good ideas for the podcast. It's just executing the idea requires us watching 2 shows before we make a show.
And if it's a show we've seen before, we have to rewatch it anyway because of course you want to argue the points and
I don't want to watch Campfire Cooking season 1 again. We've done it like 3 times.
It's a good show. Season 2's coming.
It's a good show. Oh my gosh.
Season 2's coming on.
That
season
slime just started to grate on me, I swear.
I rewatched. I'm not even kidding. I probably should have watched it. I rewatched all of the Reincarnated as a Slime. What was at work?
Oh my gosh.
It's 3 seasons of slime. There's some shows you go back on. There's comfort shows you watch.
My comfort shows are just Game Grumps these days. And also Jacksepticeye played Schedule 1.
Oh yeah, you've been really loving Schedule 1 lately.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of scheduling, here's a short message from our friends at the Game Club Pod.
Welcome to my friendly Game Club, where everyone is welcome. The podcast where we share, we play, we run and sing. No, we don't run, but we do sing.
Hey kids, are you looking for a new favourite fortnightly video game review podcast?
Then boy howdy have we got the show for you.
We take a different game every 2 weeks and we review them just like a book club.
You can find us on all good podcasting platforms.
And some of the sketchy ones too.
Simply search for the Game Club podcast and join the club today.
Head to head.
In the red corner, released this year with 11 episodes following an assassin's retired life, it's Sakamoto Days.
In the blue corner, released in 2023 with 12 episodes, the farmer who will pick vegetables over girls any day, it's Farming Life in Another World.
Welcome to Head to Head, where our hosts pitch 2 personal picks against each other to see which is better. This episode is pitting the best slice of life show against each other. Sakamoto Days is against Farming Life in Another World. Which will win? Who will be crowned the victor? And who will suffer this week's loss?
It's a rug pull. It's slice of life, but it isn't.
That's our story. We're sticking to it.
As we said in the start of the episode and last week, we used a wheel because someone, not saying any names, Skylar, didn't know what to pick.
Look, I got a new job recently, and it's taken all of my brain power, and I didn't have any brain power to even choose what to watch, let alone watching it. So we're a little late on the recording. We're actually a little bit ahead this month, but I wanted to choose something, and we were already watching Sakamoto Days. So.
Slice of life. What would you say? Slice of life usually entails like a day-to-day living with comedy, drama. Like it's your average day. Like it's supposed to be your average day, but we've gone for more of an average day with a twist.
Yeah.
So do you want to give a short synopsis of Sakamoto Days, like just to explain what the rug pull is in?
Sure. Yeah, Sakamoto Days comes across as a retired life of our main guy Sakamoto. He's got a wife, he's got a kid, he runs a little shop in the corner, but also he's a retired assassin, and his previous life is catching up to him.
Yes, classic slice of life stuff. We
Classic.
all know it. We all love it. And mine's. I mean, we have during the head-to-heads, we've usually picked shows that are similar, eerily, like close to each other. Like with the last one, Psychopaths and Ghost in the Shell. We didn't realize how close they were. But this one is so different. I've picked Farming Life in Another World, which is an isekai of a guy who was treated so badly by mistake by God that he gave him another life and puts him in like the death forest by accident, gives him super OP powers, lets him farm because that's all he dreamt about while he was dying, was having like a nice quiet life. And then he just builds a harem. And that's basically my show. So we've got retired assassin getting pulled back into that life and a farmer with girls. Couldn't get more different if we try.
Yeah. Well, no, it's going to be hard to compare these two, but honestly, I think because we've got these categories set up, I think we can do it. I believe in us.
And talking about that, let's get into it. So, story and plot. Sakamoto Days, what would you say? How are you going to defend your plot?
Defend my plot. I mean, it's a simple plot. Retired assassin gets pulled back into the life because somebody wants him dead, and he has to defend himself and his family, and what turns out to, being his friends. He's collecting assassin friends while also defending his family, while also trying to raise a family and being as wholesome as he possibly can. It's like one of the episodes they go to a museum and the whole time they're actually supposed to be rescuing somebody from a kidnapping, and he's like, I should take my daughter here. It's so wholesome.
Yeah, your when I watched yours, what is it about a hero or protagonist who converts enemies into their friends?
He's just so wholesome.
It's happened in One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, this, like most shows actually, like there's rarely any enemy, like just pure hate. And if there is, it's so like over the top. But this one is like everyone who's sent against him, they're just friends by the end.
I think it's because he's so overpowered, and also he's taken he had to sign basically a pact with his wife when they got married that he wouldn't kill anyone anymore. And he's just so good at what he does that he impresses his enemies to the point where they just want to be around him.
And the story, I mean, it is a slice of life in a way that he is trying to run a store. Like he is a convenience store runner. Even the other assassins start working at his store.
Yeah, he's trying to run the store, raise his kid. Like there's an episode where they go out to a carnival.
Yeah, and you do have the classic. You've got the bath episode. You've had the carnival. If there's a beach episode, I can't remember if there was, but but you've hit all the marks.
Oh yeah.
Like the classic tropes, like you've had is it the, I forget the female's name, the one with the twin tails, who's the mob boss's daughter. Is she Chinese, if I remember correctly?
I believe so. Yeah, it's like part of the Chinese mob, or one of them.
Yeah, like there's a whole episode where she was wearing like the traditional Chinese, almost like there's another anime I've watched, it reminds me of it, where like she's wearing the Chinese and she like kicks and stuff, kind of like from Street Fighter. I'm like, come on, you stolen this from games, but it's a good story. I like your plot. Do you ever felt like it was slow or took too long?
I feel like, I mean, we can get that into that with pacing, but I think each episode was its own nicely wrapped up into a little bow kind of episode with an overarching plot of Sakamoto trying to erase his name from the hit list, basically.
Yeah. And there was other kind of like side stories going on, if I remember, because you've got the guy who can read minds.
Yep. Like
the last episode I remember we watched, which I think was the last one, like it was in a society where he was before, like he was raised there, and it kind of like backstory for the side characters whilst telling the main story as well, which I thought was quite good. It's kind of hard to fight your plot and story because it is very well, like we said, paced. It's very well put out. There's no real annoying characters either. No, I'd say annoyingly, my one is it's kind of just base. It's it's isekai standard. Wakes up. I do like how at the end of the show, which I think if you remember, like if you stayed after the credits, it showed you how the town was being built.
I do like the world building.
Like it's very Minecraft. Like how you watch him survive.
Well, it's almost like Slime, where there's like he's building up a society of monsters and defending himself and being able to provide a safe haven for those who don't have a home for themselves.
Yeah, it's lewd version of
And yet they're all women.
The only problem is with my story, it did get a little bit. There was one episode in there that kind of ruined the story. It was this one with the dogs. The hellhounds kind of had their own story, but it was just retelling their story.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost like a clip show from the dog's point of perspective, which was cute and all, but it kind of broke up the story. And I was like, we already seen this. Oh, you just didn't want to animate another episode, so you've done a clip show from the point of view of the dog.
Oh yeah, it was just like a PNG after PNG of just what happened. It's not bad though. I did like how it broke it up, and it showed how powerful the hellhounds actually are.
Oh yeah, that's another thing as well. He's very dumb. Yeah, hellhounds is like he's sitting in. Oh, it's hellhounds or firehounds or something. He's sitting in the forest of death, and all the people who's joined him are like considered OP in their own area, like the vampire twins who destroy towns, the angels of death, the hellhounds, the demon spiders. Like, and he's just sitting there, just like, if you're going to be part of a society, you're gonna have to pick crops.
It's reincarnated as a slime light.
Yeah, it is. But that does not mean it's a good story. It's fun, it's entertaining, but it's been done before. Mm-hmm. Whilst yours, I don't think I've seen in modern day assassin. I can't remember one like that. An assassin who's been pulled back in and owns a convenience store. That's quite new.
Well, assassin pulled back into the life. You could think of like John Wick, but this one's much more wholesome.
No, I mean like just like the life as well. Like the actual, instead of just going straight into action, they're still trying to tell like a retired assassin, but he's still doing a job and raising a kid kind of thing.
Yeah, and he's still super OP.
And his wife's probably more scary. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I have to say you're gonna have to win that one.
Yeah,
it's annoyingly.
I've already marked it.
It is a better story. I know. Emotional response. I think we don't need to go too far into this one. You win this.
It's so cute.
Because yours has got more, with the converting of enemies into like respected allies, the mom and daughter like storylines, the arcing like big bad guy fighting and people dying and like defending each other, and then all I've got is harem. There are some cute bits in it with like the kid being born and the dogs like like defending their master, but it's not the same. It's nowhere the same.
Yeah, I would say I agree.
It's just nothing I can do on that. It's not an emotional anime. It is you can watch this in the background anime.
Which is why I was kind of surprised you chose it.
It's just when you said slice of life, I just couldn't think of a slice of life anime I usually watch. Mm-hmm. And Farming Life is about as close I could get to a slice of life. I mean, you could probably pick a school one, but I can't think of any that I've watched lately that would. No, nothing. I don't know. Slice of life is like we say, it's very open.
Mm. Yeah, otherwise we'd have to venture out to the actual slice of life, because I'm sure people will argue against these for sure.
That's why people are going to be arguing 100%.
That's why we called it slice of life rug pull, because we were expecting a slice of life, but then there's a little bit more to it.
I'm guessing there are people arguing like right now. Like we'll probably be getting, as this is released, I'm going to get a message from someone, probably Shrimp. Celestial Shrimp's going to be messaging me like, what the hell was that? That's not slice of life.
It'll be fine.
That's what you said. They yell at me.
Well, they're not going to yell at me because I think they're afraid of me for some reason.
They're not afraid of you. Oh, all right. All right. Do you want to do the next category?
Sure. Introducing characters.
Oh, I'm fucked.
I gotta say, yeah, you're very what's the word? Static.
There's
characters.
A lot of them. There's a lot of characters.
There's a lot of them, but you kind of know what to expect with every single one of them. They're very flat.
No, they're not. They're big boob. They're all women. Yeah. Every single one of them's a woman.
Well, except for the drunk dragon guy and the
dwarves.
Children.
Yeah.
Also the dwarves.
The three old dwarves are drunk alcoholics. There's the dragon dad who gets drunk, and 3 children that he forces them to bring with them, because he goes, if you're going to bring beast women here, I want at least a couple men to get the heat off me. And instead of bringing men, they bring children.
The harem continues.
Yeah. I mean, they're good characters. They're nice.
I mean, sure.
The main character's fun. The gods are pretty funny as well, like the farming gods and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The vampires and the vampire like oligarch who comes in, they're pretty fun, but stand
Oh, yeah,
out.
the Demon King.
Yeah, not really.
Meanwhile, I've got very anime trope-ish, mob boss's daughter is just kind of like acting out. She's traveled the world and she's kind of acting as her own kind of assassin and making a life for herself after her parents die, and she's trying to maintain the family. Sakamoto, who is a retired assassin who's trying to maintain his family and, balance his old work life with his new work life and make sure his family is none the wiser and also still maintaining his family's rules. And enemies turn friends. I'm a market.
Yeah, I got nothing. This is not a good one for me.
Animation's next.
Just take the goddamn win. There's nothing I can do on this. All right, there is some okay animation in mine. There is some side mouth. There is, but the using the tools and the planting and the bits with the dragons and the tool he uses when he fires it. There's some really good, like, have you ever watched those people who go like bushcraft on YouTube and go live in like the forest and just build a home? It's very calming to watch. You don't need much animation for that. Like, you can do it very silly. Like him when he's like cutting the trees and stuff, it's very like comedic the way he can cut down like the iron trees really quickly and stuff. But it's like very well animated. But then you've got your goddamn ninja fighting assassins with explosions and moving T-Rexes and and like ricochet bullets with an eagle that drops. How am I supposed to beat that? Like, it's not fair. It's not slice of life either. But I suppose it is slice of life for an assassin.
Yeah. Sub dub voice acting.
Ooh.
Have you tried to watch Farming Life in Another World dubbed?
No, I refused.
It was so bad.
It was bad.
You know who does the voice for Sakamoto in the English dub?
Isn't it Matt Mercer? No.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Fuck yeah, I've lost this then. I ain't beating Matt Mercer. Fucking hell. Sound
we didn't
design,
even watch it dubbed.
No. I mean, some shows with the sub and dub category, you don't need to hit. Like, I watched Ghost in the Shell in English because that's how I watched it when I was younger, like a kid.
Yeah.
I'm sure the Japanese is good, but I will never probably watch it in Japanese because the voices are so like ingrained into my brain from when I watched it the first time before I knew what sub was really, because my older brother and sister watched it in English. It's only when you get older you realize, oh, there's like a whole emotional range that English people can't just seem to get.
Yeah, well, it's also like it's a cultural thing too. There's a bit of a disconnect, I think, with the dub sometimes.
Yeah, was some of the words like, I think, is it names are spoke backwards and stuff. So for years, I've been thinking first names in Japanese were like their names. So I was like, oh no, that's the last name. I was like, but it doesn't it doesn't go past into the dub because it's like been and so much mistranslation. Like back in the days before like it became a real job, like people were doing it themselves. So you watch the say not pirated. What's the word I'm looking for here? the YouTube link that had the wrong subtitles on. So you were like, you a whole different plot. And then of course some stories didn't finish, did they? Like Full Metal Alchemist and Hellsing weren't finished before this anime's finished. And that's why you got two versions of those shows out, because they did the Game of Thrones thing where they finished the show before the books. If
only they could go back and do the season 7 and 8 again.
Full Metal Alchemist and Hellsing may not have been the best endings to the originals, but at the time they were fine.
Certainly unique.
At the time they were fine. It was only when you realized, obviously if you didn't read the mangas and the books and stuff, you didn't know any different. So to you, that was the ending. So when Brotherhood and Ultimate came out, people were just like, why is it so different? Why is it so much better? It's so much better. And then you realize, oh, we got rug pulled years back. We didn't know this. But sound design, you've got some good stuff with the bullets, the crashing of the fights, the explosions. Although I do like the forest sounds, the cuts of the wood, the trees. Like it's very like when he's standing in the forest and like the trees are rustling with the wind and stuff, and he's like feeling like he's living his life for the first time, the rushing water and stuff.
It's a very serene show.
Yeah, it's very calming.
Very calming.
And it's just like bushcraft. And I actually found it it's not, they're so different each other. Like I'd say they meet each other because they're so different. Yes, yours has got great sound design because you've got fights and kicks. But mine isn't about fighting. Mine's about farming. When they're planting the things, when they're walking in the woods, digging the trenches. But hey, when they crack open the barrel of wine and it's like the proper crack of the wood and stuff. Some good stuff in there.
I'll let you tie on this category.
Yeah,
You've
it's
not
not
gotten
like you're
any points
winning.
yet.
I think I beat you in music.
Really?
Yeah, because there is one song in Farming Life that I have seen on TikTok, I have seen on YouTube, I have seen it ranked in the top 5 anime brain rot songs. It's when the the elf girls start singing when they're doing the grape stomping.
Oh my gosh.
1、2、3、はい。瞬間カーニバラソッセスタンパスデリラッペロミンベルバルカスベルブレンデルアラメベ
I've seen that everywhere. I've not seen many of your music songs made into brain rot.
Yeah, and Sakamoto Days intro doesn't change throughout any of season 1. It's not really memorable either. Yeah, I could see music having a little bit more recognition on yours. It's not really like my show's not really known for the music. It's more just everything else.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they've got some good like fight music soundtrack. It's just nothing stands out to me.
Mm.
Like if we can just take a little sidebar, what the hell is going on with that show we watched that is playing Limp Bizkit for the intro and stuff? Not Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park and Limp Bizkit, all those songs. The Devil May
Papa
Cry.
Roach.
What is going on?
We didn't talk about that at the beginning.
What is going on? Like,
It's a nostalgia trip for everybody who played the games.
but it's not just that. It's like stepping back in time. Like this was in 2000. This music.
It's a nostalgia trip. That's what that show
There are
is.
kids watching this show right now going, why is it playing grandpa music? We're old. We're old. That music came out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
We
We're
need
definitely
to
going to
let...
have a chat about that with the Game Club folks. 'Cause we
I
need
was just
to...
about to say, we have to talk about it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're probably going to be guest starring in one of the episodes on this because we just have to.
If they don't
We
want
have
to do that show specifically because they want to do Guilty Gear, we should have them on our show for that, because I'd love for them to watch that show and just be like, what the fuck is with this music?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know anything about it, did you? I made you watch that.
I was curious about it. I'd seen some clips from the main villain, the rabbit, but I hadn't seen anything else about it. I didn't know what to expect. The music just completely took me by surprise on that show.
It's probably one of the only times in my life I have physically stopped what I was doing to like ask you what the hell's going on. I thought you played music over it. I thought you were watching another show.
Nope. Didn't put on Spotify in the background.
Anyway, back to the main topic. Sorry, sidebar there a little bit.
Yeah, music kind of took us by surprise on that one, so we had to bring it in. Pacing.
Huh.
I would vote
Hmm.
for my show specifically because the pacing of your show included an episode and a half of narration and only narration.
And it's true.
The first episode and a half of Farming Life in Another World is the main character narrating it.
Well, that's because he's by himself. He has no one else around. If they didn't have that, it'd just be him bushcrafting. Like, you are the person he's talking to. It's the whole point of narration.
I think he's in there for a year and a half before he meets another human.
You watch that. You watch the first episode without any sound and tell me how entertaining it is. They had to have narration. It's him. You would go crazy. Like, he forgot how to talk to other people because he had been so. That's why when he got the dogs, he started talking to them just to remember how to speak. Again, is it good pacing? No. I'm not saying it's good pacing. What I'm saying is the narration had to be done. Yeah, you win that one. Shut up.
Yep. So how well known is your show too?
I think because of that goddamn song, pretty well known, to be honest. I didn't realize how many people knew that because I've seen it a lot. But then again,
Sakamoto Days has been on top of mind for so many people. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's and with Matt Mesa, there's nothing really you can do. Like
Mercer.
Matt Mercer, sorry, he's probably been promoting it as well.
Of course.
So there's nothing I can really do about that. Yeah, I mean it's like asking, hey, do you know that random Japanese TV show, or do you know that one that do you know that one that's been on Crunchyroll's main page?
And also it's on Netflix.
Farming Life wasn't even on Crunchyroll. You had to go to another page to watch Farming Life.
Yep.
I've got fan service though.
I was mousing over it to give you that one. Yours is a harem anime. So we're in the bonus section now, by the way.
Yeah, is it a harem? A harem, would you say, is where they all get with the main character, or is it where they all want to get with the main character? Like, isn't a harem like based on like you have multiple wives / girlfriends / partners? He only has one. He's like, fuck off everyone else. He actively has to like bar his door because he's not trying to get with these people.
But also they have trapdoors and everything to keep tabs on him. And also, they have an entire room that's got a lock on the outside with a bed on the inside.
Again, that doesn't mean he wants to be part of it. The elves want to do it because they're trying to restart their race, because obviously they were all like wiped out or something. There's only women left. The wolf, the beast tribe only think that he's going to be doing it with them because that's what they've been told. That he's even like, no, who told you this? The angels don't really care, I don't think. I think they've just fallen for him like the main one has. The rest of them are just like guarding the thing. The lizard men aren't there's lizard men in this. There's a whole lizard tribe we didn't even think about. They're men. I mean, yes, they are actively trying to get with him, but he does not want to be. He married the vampire at the start of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And he's surprisingly very active in that marriage, like, get away from me, I have a child type thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would say, yeah, it's definitely one of those few anime shows where it's literally the main character actually gets with the love interest and they have a child. I think there's been like one other show that I recall that has that.
They don't skimp on the fan service though.
No,
There's
they
the
do
whole bath scene, and every time they're picking weeds, they always end up in those weird, like, almost like loading scenes where like one's bending over picking up weeds and like it's like the light shining and you're like, they've really spent a lot more time on that than they did the show.
So I would say so. So for the rest of our bonus section here, we've got cyberspace, which just isn't used in either of these.
I don't know. You do have some technology.
There's some technology. Yeah, like there's the guy that has the invisible suit, but this isn't really a...
I was just trying to think, when my guy goes through Second Worlds, he's in a cyberspace. No, maybe not cyber. He's in between two worlds when he's isekai'd. He's a spirit talking to God.
This isn't cyberspace. We put this in for, I think it was Psycho-Pass versus...
I suppose, because shows
Ghost in the Shell, because it was the VR experience.
People are bringing that more into shows, aren't they now? Yeah. I just thought with yours, I know yours has used hacking and stuff, so I wasn't sure if you had any
like
cyberspace
a bit of
stuff.
hacking, and there was a guy that had an invisibility suit, but I wouldn't call it like cyberspace specifically.
Yeah, I suppose it'd be more like you say VR, or like if it was like an online world type style.
Yeah, CGI. I'm not sure if it was really used too much. If it was used very tastefully in both of these, because I never really noticed it.
I think mine was done for like a big scene for like the army walking, like we say, tastefully done when you don't want to draw 5,000 people walking. And I think yours might have been done for like post effects for like explosions and stuff, which you can't tell in the thing anyway.
Right. So I wouldn't put any points in either of those. Product placement, if there was any product placement, it would have been in like the shop in my show, but I didn't really notice anything offhand. It's not something that I would have.
I don't think mine had any.
Right.
I nail food because they make all their food.
I think so.
They make all the food. They cook the curry episode when they're making curry with the naan bread and stuff, and it actually looked really good. Almost campfire cooking.
Almost, yeah, because he actually goes through and like the entire recipe and how to make it.
And he makes the rice, and they're all freaking out because how long it takes to make goddamn rice. And they're like, "Why are we spending this much time to make rice?" Ooh. Tech.
Yeah, I think I win technology.
Yeah,
because I've got invisibility suits. I have an animatronic fighting T-Rex.
Yeah, sure.
I think I win the technology section.
I mean, he has got the tool that he uses, but I don't think that's tech. It's more godly weapon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a magic weapon, I would say.
Yeah, and then the rest of the technology he does is like, it's literally like bushcrafting. Like he makes a house, so it's not technology.
Yeah, well,
it is, but it isn't.
He is inventing his own technology too. Like he makes an aqueduct, he makes a bathhouse.
But that's using like magic as well, because the vampire people can use flames, the dogs can use flames, but all the lights, they look like technology, but it's not. It's magic. So I suppose mine's more magic. Yours is more technology.
Should we put another category in for the bonus section for magic?
Oh, we could do.
So we've got tech.
Yeah.
I think
that makes sense. I suppose a lot of shows do include magic now.
It's like the use of magic. Because it's like with Story of Wand and Sword, like the magic, the use in that one is really fun. Because they also like invent their own spells and stuff. I think that would be fun.
And I think some shows incorporate magic and technology.
Mm-hmm. What is this? 24. Actually, our summation's not working right.
Sorry, Skylar's doing their... We have a file, which is kind of like behind the scenes for you. It's an Excel document that we've like used to like work out who's won and stuff, because it's incredibly hard to work out points apparently. But Skylar's in charge of all of this. I only type badly into it, and then Skylar redoes my typing.
You can't spell or pronounce anyone's names correctly.
No, I'm English. My mom's a teacher, by the way. She fucking hates me. Annoyingly, the scores are in. It's a pretty goddamn landslide. 9
Surprise.
9v5. Oof. But that does mean we both have won 2. Oof. So it's Redline, Sakamoto Days for yourself, and Campfire Cooking and Ghost in the Shell for me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which means I don't have to choose the show next time. Yay!
let's bring out the wheel.
I'd have to set it up again.
Well,
Actually, I have a tab in here.
I saw the wheel. Yeah, that's why I said it. Can't believe you actually still got the wheel. You even had the link for the wheel of names.
Oh, yay! I mean, if you want to, we can do it.
I mean, should we do it now or should we save it? It's a surprise. We haven't really said what the next category is going to be as like a.
Unless you've chosen the
tease.
category.
Oh, I haven't got. No, I've because we should probably say I'm going to be in America next week.
Yeah.
As we are attending a wedding. So we may not have one out in June. We hope to have one. It depends what we pick.
We can record while you're here.
That is true, actually. We could, but we need to
We'd
watch.
have to share a microphone. I don't have a second.
We need to watch 24 episodes of anime before June, and we're going to be away for 10 days.
I took a week off of work. We might be able to
Just
work in.
slamming anime out, but hopefully we will. We'll hopefully have one. If not, it might be a lazy BAP episode, or we might do a one-off talking about video game anime, or maybe do a film again. We'll leave a topic then, because we don't know if we'll have one next month. But we'll maybe put it on the Twitter or Discord for people to see, or maybe they can guess, or maybe they can give us an idea for a topic. If you do, please leave comments. I hope you like the show. We apologise for the what would you say? The rogue pull on this one.
In summary, I win.
Yes, you did. Anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks to the guys at Game Club Pod again. Check out their show. Also, everyone at the Podpack Collective.
Yeah, and you can find us on Blusky at the Biased Anime Podcast.
And where can they find you?
Somewhere at Sky Despero at Blusky.
They can find you somewhere. That's right. It's a challenge. Find Sky.
No, don't please. I like my privacy.
And you can find myself at Jaka at Blusky. It's social. There's going to be some people out there actually actively looking for you now.
I sure hope not.
All right. Is there any last things you want to mention, Han?
Stay out of my house.
This has been the Biased Anime Podcast. See you next episode.
Bye.
Bye. Find them.